Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tennessee Voices 2020 Virtual Green Ribbon Gala. We are so appreciative that you're taking the time to do this with us here tonight. I'm your host, Lauren Lowry, and we are coming to you from the beautiful Westin Hotel in downtown Nashville. It's adjacent to the Music City Center, the convention center, and we are just steps away from Bridgestone Arena, home of the Nashville Predators, the Friss Center for the Visual Arts, Lower Broadway, the world-famous Ryman Auditorium, and the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. Tonight's broadcast is being viewed throughout the state on tnvoices.org, as well as Facebook Live, YouTube, and right on your TV screen, thanks in no small part to NECAT Network. And the mission of NECAT is to enrich Nashville by being a communications center that encourages, nurtures, and features the many diverse voices of its community. And we are so thankful to them for airing this broadcast. Tonight, the beautiful Westin and the Korean Veterans Bridge are lit up green in honor of the countless lives being saved because of this awesome organization, an organization that you have the opportunity to be a part of. During tonight's broadcast, community leaders from all across the state have come together to join forces with Tennessee's most talented artists in a unified voice to show their support for Tennessee Voices and the work it does every single day. From the banks of the Mississippi to the Great Smoky Mountains, even down to Chattanooga, Tennessee Voices has been filling the gaps for those in need of mental health support services, especially now during the midst of a global pandemic. Tonight, you'll hear from Governor Bill Lee, 8-time Grammy nominee Natalie Grant, and a countless number of supporters who gave their time and their talent to put on this incredible event. During tonight's show, we're going to be highlighting some of our spectacular silent auction items, but you'll want to make sure you go to 32auctions.com/Green Ribbon Gala 2020 and bid just as soon as possible because the auction will close tonight at the end of this broadcast. Now, you can also, throughout the night, you can donate if you want to be a part of helping those facing mental health challenges. Donate anytime by texting GREEN4TN. So the number 4, GREEN4TN, to the number 44321. There's also a number that'll be displayed throughout the show if you or somebody you know needs to speak with a mental health professional. We hope you'll subscribe to alerts from TN Voices on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram to get the latest on what's happening with mental health here in our state. You'll also want to stick around throughout the night, too, because we have some of the best talent and leadership here in Tennessee that we have to offer, and it's going to be here on your screen. Now, if you're a supporter of Tennessee Voices and you've been following us for a while, you'll know our first guest. She's been leading the charge here for the last 7 years and has been with the organization for 10 years. She's also the person responsible for all of these efforts that we just mentioned, and then also manages the executive branch of the organization. So please welcome Tennessee Voices CEO, Ricky Harris.
Thank you, Lauren, and thank you again for hosting this year. You know, your dynamic delivery on a topic that is so often stigmatized makes it much more normal to talk about. On behalf of those we serve, I'd like to welcome you all to our 5th annual Green Ribbon Gala. It's truly my honor to spend the evening with you tonight, where you'll learn about the important work Tennessee Voices does every day to support people with mental health needs across the state. I want to say a special thank you to our gala sponsors, speakers, and entertainers for their commitment to advocating for mental health. Now, obviously, the gala is taking place in a very different way this year than we experienced in the past, and for the safety of all, we cannot be together, but it's important to stay connected, and I hope you'll enjoy the performances and speeches that will be shared with you. As part of our awards program tonight, we will honor some very special advocates who mean so much, not only to TN Voices, but also to the people of Tennessee. Because of them, more Tennesseans are getting the help they need. Last year, we unveiled our new mission, vision, and name, and we're proud to share with you some of the growth that's happened since last year. One very important expansion was our new services for adults. Tonight, you'll hear about a group home that we now oversee, which allows adults who have spent significant time in hospitalization to live in the community in a supported environment and experience more fulfilling goals, such as work and family relationships. As we continue to grow, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support of this organization is truly inspiring and energizing, and none of this is possible without our incredible board of directors, whom I want to thank for their tireless support. I'll be joining Lauren to speak with you all throughout the night, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Isn't it amazing that even in the midst of a pandemic that we can all come together and raise money for this organization that does such important work in the state?
You know, Lauren, it is. And it's been something that has surprised me. This year, there's been more generosity than I think we've experienced. And we've experienced a lot over the last few years. And I think people really understand that this pandemic has caused a lot of harm to our mental health across the board.
Right. And so anyone who's a little bit more fortunate, this is definitely the time for you to step up for sure.
That's
so,
right.
Ricky, we intend on making a really big splash tonight, quite literally. I understand that you've made a promise to some of the Tennessee Voices staff that if we raise a certain amount of money, someone's going to be visiting the Weston's rooftop pool. Is that correct?
You know, Lauren, we've done this gala here for 5 years at the Weston, and I've never visited the pool at the Weston, but I hear it's lovely, and some staff set a challenge out, and
Okay.
you know, why not? Anything for a great cause. So we'll see what happens.
Love it. All right. So that's everybody's cue to start donating for sure. Our first speaker tonight is a rapper who's been shaking up the Nashville music city scene. And now she's joining us to speak out and encourage other people to take care of their mental health. Please welcome Lord Goldie.
What's up, everybody? I am Laura Goldie, aka Charisma, and I just want to say shout out to Tennessee Voices for including us on this important conversation about mental health. I just want to say, growing up, I always dealt with depression, and we weren't fortunate enough to have the insurance to, to get counseled or anything like that or be diagnosed. I didn't find out I was a manic until I got locked up and got therapy in there. It was just so much stuff going on. So, I use music as my therapy. I write a lot. I exercise a lot. I try to eat better. It puts me in a better mood. Meditating when I get up, reading something, affirmations, like whatever I can to do to make sure I'm feeling good on the inside, I try. But it's days that, I just can't get past whatever going on. So I have to work through them days without making the end of the day so tragic. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the brink of suicide and things like that. But I just keep pushing. Because at that moment, I had a friend tell me, how selfish it would be for me to just take myself out and all these people that love me. And, I just wasn't feeling the love, but I understood where she was coming from. So I didn't do it. So I just encourage everybody it's hard, but reach out for help. Get some help somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's why these foundations are here. So you can get that help without having insurance. You can have someone to be there for you, to mentor.
Our next guest is a Nashville native who sings soul, R&B, and smooth jazz. She's also a CSAC songwriter and publisher, and the originator and lead vocalist of Nashville's hottest all-female funk, soul, and jazz original song and cover band, Kojo and the Connects, and founder of the Natural Soul Experience as well. So please welcome Kojo Ko.
So this song right here is for all the lovers. The title is Speak to My Soul. I see you in a way. You're the apple of my eye, sweet as pumpkin pie. I just wanna spend my life in yours. You will hold me. I know just where your heart is. You don't have to worry. We can tell our story. This has been a journey. It speaks to my soul. 'Cause every day, in every way, to my soul. Speak to my soul. Now, Lawrence, everybody. So every day, in every way, our love speaks to my soul. Every day, in every way, our love speaks to my soul. Every day, in every way. And every way, yeah, our love speaks to my soul. Every day, and every way, yeah, our love speaks to my soul.
Now it's time for our first award of the night. And here to present that award for Volunteer of the Year, please welcome Tennessee Voices Board President Patrick Sims.
Thank you, Lauren. It is truly an honor to be here with you tonight and to present this very prestigious award. The Tennessee Voices Volunteer of the Year Award is given to the person who we believe goes above and beyond in their advocacy and volunteerism for the organization. We are so thankful to all of our volunteers who work hard to provide the mental health services needed in Tennessee. The Volunteer of the Year Award is especially significant because this person not only demonstrated a strong commitment to those we serve, she put the needs of others above her own. After I had a simple conversation with her to share my passion for Tennessee Voices, she took action. In November of last year, she held an event called Thankfully Blessed and invited her friends and colleagues to come together for the cause. They raised $12,000 for Tennessee Voices. This year, the Tennessee Voices 2020 Volunteer of the Year Award goes to my friend, Tanya Escabel.
For anybody watching here in Nashville, our next guest needs absolutely no introduction. We have Woody Wood. He's the wild card, right? He has no filter. Jim Chandler is the practical one, and he is who apologizes for Woody. Together, they make up one of the highest rated shows on radio here in Nashville, and they're on 107.5 The River. So please welcome Woody and Jim from the Woody and Jim Show.
Hello, Gala enthusiasts. It's Woody and Jim from 107.5 The River.
So glad you've joined us virtually. And a lot of people have asked, hey, Woody and Jim, what's your stance on mental health and getting the help you need?
Yes, we are for getting help.
That's our stance.
Yeah,
As
a lot of people question us on it, but
as it may be.
Yeah. If you need help, you should get help. A lot of people are having a lot of stress, anxieties. Even people you think that have it all together, like Michelle Obama, she's mentioned that she's having some issues too. We all have issues.
All of us are having trouble, and for helping the people that need it most, Tennessee Voices is providing support, and they can do that with your support.
That's right. Why don't you support them right now? Head to tnvoices.org/donate. Make a donation. It'll make you feel good. Do it monthly or just a big old hunk of money.
Look at that magic of television. Look who we have right here. Amazing. Woody, thanks for getting here so fast. How'd you do that?
Thanks, Lauren. Funny story. This is actually my suite here at the Westin, and thanks for coming into my living room.
So is the chain your thing?
I borrowed the idea from IKEA and Scarface, and it's very nice.
Well, I'm thinking
The Egyptian
between
look.
the animal fur and the chain and the leather, I mean, we'd have to be in Nashville. There's no other place.
Yes.
And you have something amazing that you're giving everybody, which I just find this incredible.
Okay, this is kind of cool. We do the show on 107.5 The River, and day in and day out. It's drudgery. Of course, we love it. But If we're looking for a volunteer that will come be a member of the show, if you'd like to make a donation to Tennessee Voices, somebody is going to win a guest spot on the Woody and Jim show.
Okay, so they can pay their way onto your show
Mm-hmm.
for a day for a good cause, of course.
Yes.
What kind of person are you looking for? I'm just curious.
Somebody who can speak
Oh,
is always
oh.
good for radio.
Okay, so maybe older than 2 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah. A lot of people, will clam up in front of a microphone. If you're a little boisterous, if you think, "Oh, I've listened to them on the radio, I can do that. That's easy."
Ooh. Oh, maybe if
So-
someone has a calling that they feel like they never explored.
Yeah, somebody who's excited to be there and will talk until we tell them to shut up.
Or maybe they just love you so much and they are a huge fan.
I like the way you say that.
They could be a part of your posse. You could be
Ooh.
starting something.
I got a crew started.
Well, you have the suite.
That's right. I got my squad goals.
So you guys, listen, you got to be the lucky bidder to make this happen tonight. All you have to do is go to tnvoices.org, the website. It's right there. You can bid and you can come on and be a guest DJ with the man with the plan right here, Woody. It's amazing.
It'll be an exciting show, and we'll even shower.
That's too good. It's too good because it's usually just you guys, right?
It's us and Zach and
other
Savannah.
people.
No, we unlike TV people, we have to actually wear pants.
This is true. Although I'm not wearing any pants.
Look.
Oh.
Ooh.
So thank
scandal.
you for stopping by.
We got a scandal.
Thanks so much for coming by. And you guys
Awesome.
bid 1075 The River. That is an amazing donation. And Woody, you're awesome. So thanks so much. Tonight we're handing the mic to some of our frontline workers working to assist those who need mental health services. And they are heroes throughout the state. So please welcome Alonzo.
Hello, my name is Alonzo Cheeks, and I am a certified peer recovery specialist for Tennessee Voices, and I work with the TMI team. And the reason I do what I do is because I love helping people. I have been in recovery for 20 years, and one day I decided that just me being successful in my recovery is not enough, where I want to go out in the community and help other people also have the success story that I have. And I think that Tennessee Voices give me the opportunity to share my story with other people and give other people the hope that they need so they can have the quality of life that they deserve.
Our next guest serves as head coach for Lipscomb Academy. He led the Baltimore Ravens to a Super Bowl championship back in the year 2000, and he served as a lead analyst for a variety of ESPN programs as well. Please welcome Trent Dilfer.
Hi, I'm Trent Dilfer, head coach at Lipscomb Academy. Mental health is not always something we openly discuss with others. However, this year, as we deal with COVID and the isolation, it's having a huge impact in our state. Your neighbors, friends, or even family members could be dealing with several issues like depression, food insecurity, abuse, and neglect. And all of these will negatively impact their lives forever. The folks at Tennessee Voices are here for you. They have proven strategies to help you or a friend successfully deal with these issues right now. If you're in need of mental health support, I encourage you to reach out and call the helpline at 1-800-670-9882. Or if you can, please make a donation at tnvoices.org/donate.
Our next guest is a Nashville singer-songwriter who creates empowering rock with an introspective folk sound. Music has long been really the crux of her existence, and her songs encapsulate a lifetime of physical and emotional healing, breaking vicious cycles, and then belting out the power of femininity. Please welcome Kelly Hoppen-Johns.
I want to talk a little bit about my experience with my own mental health and my journey with this. I have struggled with anxiety, especially surrounding performing, for quite a while, pretty much since college, and have found it extremely beneficial and life-changing to reach out for help. I feel so much more grounded when I perform. I feel so much more myself, which is the point. The point is sharing yourself with others. And it is so difficult to do that when all you're thinking about is anxiety about, will anyone even like this? Will anyone even care? And I'm so grateful to the mental health professionals who helped me through those difficult times and helped me become the performer I am today. I still struggle with it and I still seek help for it. And I think that is a reason why I feel so strongly about the importance of mental health, of erasing the stigma around it. It's okay to ask for help, and it's really important to have these resources available for people who need it. So there is a helpline that people can call at TN Voices if they need to reach out to someone. That number is 1-800-670-9882. And please reach out to that if you need help or if you need someone to talk to. And if you can make a donation to TN Voices, that is really appreciated and really necessary in this time. That donation can be made at tnvoices.org/donate. And I thank you all for joining me here today. And I hope that if you can, you will give to help this great and necessary organization and support the mental health of all Tennesseans. Thank you so much.
Our next guest has written songs recorded by Billy Bob Thornton, Alabama's Randy Owen, Ronnie Dunn, Reba McEntire, just to name a few. She's celebrating 12 years of sobriety tonight with us and hosts live music at the Nashville Recovery Center. Please welcome Mitzi Dawn.
Welcome to Tennessee Voices. I'm so excited to be here. I'm Mitzi Dawn, and I'm not always this awkward. I wanted to share with you quickly my experience with mental health. It's so important. It affects everything. I mean, we go and get our cars aligned, and we get our teeth cleaned, and we go for checkups, and we do all these things, and then our beautiful brain, our hearts, our spirits, like, we're just supposed to chin up, buttercup, and make it through. And it works for some people. For me, it wasn't working. So I had a lot of unmanageability. I found the 12 steps in recovery, and that helped tremendously and saved my life. But I needed to do that extra stuff. For me, there was a disassociation that occurs. I have childhood post-traumatic stress and disorder, and it just would take me out. And I'll say it just feels like my brain, like when you watch a scary movie, and you could tell your brain, like, this is a movie, and you know logically and in your adult self, you know that you're not in danger. But when you have to walk to the bathroom and it's dark, after watching that scary, like, your heart, your body does not know the difference, and it's terrifying. And that just happened to me so much. So I was having some unmanageability, and I'll share more about it with my music, but I decided to go and get some help and get some therapy. And it's changed everything. It's changed everything. I know who's hurting, little Mitzi or big Mitzi. I know what to do, and also it comes and goes differently. It's not as intense. It changed the way that I love and the way that I live, and so it's everything. If you need some help or some support, that's why we're here today. You can call 800-670-9882. You can also make a donation to tnvoices.org/donate. Because honestly, the reason that it took me so long to decide to get therapy was the fact that I couldn't afford therapy. So that's the bummer right there. The people that need it the most sometimes don't have access. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for asking me. Thank you.
Our next guest makes classic-minded R&B and soul music for the modern age. It's a sound that's really rooted in big melodies, blasts of brass, percussive punch, and old-school grooves as well, with songs that shine a light not only on her larger-than-life voice, but also her songwriting chops too. So please welcome Alana Royale.
Hey everyone, my name is Alana Royale. I'm a touring artist out of Nashville, Tennessee, and I am so grateful to be part of this special event. And I'm thankful to Tennessee Voices for giving me a platform to talk about mental health, my journey towards mental health, and why I think this work is so important. I'm a touring artist, and you don't have to probably look too far to figure out that being a touring artist is quite difficult. It takes a huge toll on you, your body, your mind, your emotions. You're constantly uprooting yourself, moving around. You are leaving home all the time, so you have this sort of like work on the road where you're moving and going and putting all this energy, and then you come home and you still have like life at home and things that are going on there with your family, with your friends, with maybe another job or whatever, and you kind of find that your energy is being split constantly. And as artists, we just sort of are like, well, this is par for the course, this is sort of like what comes with the job and the territory, and we don't really ever have time to like sit down and think about the situations we find ourselves in, our relationships to our own bodies, our relationships to alcohol, substances, our romantic relationships, familial relationships. And so we just push and keep moving because that's the nature of the job. And it's unhealthy. It's not a healthy way to live. And I am so grateful that I was able to find a therapist a couple years ago to help push me through my own issues that were actually keeping me from the road. I was suffering from a sort of like mild agoraphobia, where I felt like home was the only safe place to be. And I thought it was agoraphobia. I was like convinced it was agoraphobia because I was like, I can't leave my house. But really it was just a general sense that I wasn't safe out in the world. And instead of me being like, well, why don't you feel safe? What's happening? I was like, it's planes, trains, automobiles, shows, my relationships with my bandmates. And I thought it was all these things. And then I realized that like my relationship with myself wasn't safe because I had a lot of things sort of under the surface that I wasn't able to deal with. Thinking that there are people out there like me who are children of addicts, who are touring and hustling every day for the career that they believe in and a dream that they're reaching towards, that there are people out there who don't have a resource to good, reliable healthcare as far as like mental health goes, is so troubling to me. As an ally and a sibling to a trans brother, to think that he wouldn't have had access to a therapist to get him through his coming out and transition and his substance abuse issues. It's insane to me that we can't all have a safe place to go and find some respite and some help. And I'm so grateful for all the work y'all are doing. I'm grateful for my therapist, and I'm grateful that we are increasing the conversation around mental health. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Alana, thank you so much. And everybody at home, definitely stick around because you're going to see later on tonight an exclusive performance from Alana right here. Our next guest was elected with over 72% of the vote, and immediately following the inauguration, started streamlining government in East Tennessee with a top-to-bottom reorganization. Please welcome Chattanooga Mayor Andy Burke.
Hi, I'm Andy Burke, Mayor of the City of Chattanooga. To say that there's a lot going on in America right now would be an understatement. The news has always been a bit discouraging, but it's reached new levels of shock over these past few months, hasn't it? There's the pandemic, the recession, the protests, and the inequality that has led to them. It's hard to even keep track of it all. The American psyche is resilient, but it's not invincible. Nearly 8 in 10 Americans report that the coronavirus pandemic is a significant source of stress for them. Americans are also struggling with a looming recession that has made unemployment numbers skyrocket. Even people who've never struggled financially are now finding themselves uncomfortable. Over the past several months, we've all had to forego many of the things that so often give us joy. Movie nights, dinner parties, concerts. We've also been asked to work from home and avoid even small gatherings with friends and family. Even when we see each other, it's often through a screen. It's no surprise that nearly twice as many Americans report feeling lonely today than in 2018. That's why mental health support is more important than ever. I'm also incredibly thankful for the work of nonprofits like Tennessee Voices, which provides free to low-cost mental health support services for people throughout Tennessee, including right here in Chattanooga. The demand for services has greatly increased, and the Tennessee Voices staff is out on the front lines every day taking care of our friends and neighbors in need. And even when this pandemic ends, the work will continue. Depression, anxiety, and suicide are very real issues that are too often stigmatized, along with addiction and other mental health issues. We have a responsibility to make sure that no one in our community feels alone. The sense of community and family in our city should not, it cannot change just because we wear masks when we are out. A mask changes how we look, but we can't let it change how we see each other. If you need mental health services, please call the Tennessee Voices helpline at 1-800-670-9882. And if you're as passionate about this issue as I am, please donate to help Tennessee Voices continue providing critical mental health services at tennesseevoices.org/donate. Thank you and stay safe.
Thank you so much, Mayor Burke, and everybody joining us tonight from Chattanooga. Next, we're going to hear from another member of the staff at Tennessee Voices. Please welcome Elizabeth.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and I work with the Tennessee Move Initiative program through Tennessee Voices. We work with adults that live with mental health issues that come out of the state hospital. I actually love what I do. I'm a certified peer recovery specialist and a care coordinator for the team. We have 2 teams, and we help individuals get out into the community and help get connected back with family members. We've actually been able to help individuals get back connected with their family members back in other states. We helped a young lady move back to live closer to her children, and she's actually working and able to live with her children now. So that just kind of makes it all worth it. And we're just able to let them live, whether it's back home with their children or in a supportive home, just the life that they want to live. I appreciate Tennessee Voices for helping us do this for the individuals that we work with.
Stars are born by gathering in the atmosphere around them. And that was the case with this rising recording artist who fell in love with music at a very early age by dancing to rock and roll records with her dad in their Colorado basement. Please welcome Adara.
Hi, I'm Adara, and today I'm going to talk about a very important topic, mental health. Often the issues involving mental health can make us feel so isolated and alone, but the biggest thing you have to remember is that so many people around the world deal with mental health issues, and you are not alone. I myself deal with it almost on a daily basis, from overwhelming anxiety to the point where I have so much to do that I can't even start on anything on my list, to depression and negative voices inside my head. I can be my worst critic. Some of the things that I say to myself internally are so cruel, things that I would never say to somebody else. So why do we say this to ourselves? Maybe we should start treating ourselves better, more like we want to treat other people, with love and kindness and support. So there are a couple things that I try to do every day to break these bad habits and replace them with things that build me up and make me feel happy. One of the things I do is positive affirmations. I try to do those as much as I can. Also, reaching out to people. It really helps sometimes if I just tell people what I'm going through and just have somebody to listen. It's funny how this little device can cause so much stress and pressure in our lives, but it can also be a huge lifeline. And don't be afraid to use it. If you need somebody to talk to, please call 1-800-670-9882. And if you'd like to donate to this very important cause, you can go to tnvoices.org/donate today. I'm Adara, and I'm so glad you are participating in the Tennessee Voices virtual gala. Mental health is so important. Thank you for listening, and remember, you are not alone.
Thanks so much, Adara. And everybody stick around, because coming up a little later in our broadcast, Adara is going to give us an exclusive performance. Let's keep those donations rolling in here tonight. It is a fundraiser after all, you guys. So if you're wanting to help us support mental health support services here in Tennessee, just log on to tnvoices.org/donate. You can also text your donations. Pretty simple. Just text green 4TN to the number 44321. Let's take a moment now to check back in with Tennessee Voices CEO Ricky Harris. She's going to tell us a little bit more about the services that Tennessee Voices provides and then what they do. Hi, Ricky.
Thanks, Lauren. Tennessee Voices is a collaborative leader in mental health, building hope for all generations. We provide support services from firsthand experiences. Our work includes mental health advocacy and mental health outpatient services to Tennesseans. We aim to reduce barriers to access. Among our 13 programs serving both children and adults, we have a special program funded by our founder, Tipper Gore. It provides counseling and medication management services to Tennesseans without insurance coverage or the inability to pay their copays. With funds raised from last year's Gala, we launched this program and provided over 1,000 sessions to those in need of mental health care. Additionally, with philanthropic dollars, we were able to assist families during the pandemic who lost jobs and needed assistance with basic needs. We also launched a rolling resource fair in West Tennessee, where we had a drive-through fair in impoverished neighborhoods providing food and helpful information and guidance to address mental health needs. We are so grateful to all of you who are watching and donating tonight. We could not provide these valuable services to the community without your help. We hope you'll stay with us and log on to tnvoices.org to give what you can so that we can continue to assist the state of Tennessee with its mental health support service needs.
Ricky, thank you so much. It is such important work that you guys are doing with Tennessee Voices. Our next guest here tonight is Nashville's Deputy Mayor for Community Engagement. She represented District 3 on Metro Council. She also serves as an associate minister at St. John Missionary Baptist Church and is also the founder of Royal Heirs Youth Academy. She's a Nashville native and was the first African-American student to walk through the doors of Stratford High School in 1963. And please welcome Nashville Deputy Mayor Brenda Haywood.
Hello, I'm Brenda Haywood, and thank you for allowing me to partake in this year's Tennessee Voices virtual gala. I know that this year's gala looks a little different than those in the past, but despite the challenges that COVID-19 presents, we are still here participating in tonight's vital gala. Please know that the Metro government of Davidson County takes mental and emotional health very seriously. Due to COVID-19, many of us are experiencing additional stress and a range of emotions from fear to anxiety to isolation and even extreme grief. In addition, some employees may also be struggling with the effects of the March tornado, civil unrest challenges, or the start of school and the various forms of teaching and learning, all possibly leading to a heightened amount of stress. Managing one's physical, mental, and emotional well-being is of utmost importance, especially during these unprecedented times. Tennesseans in need of mental health support services can be treated at no cost by contacting this particular helpline, 1-800-670-9882. Those wishing to donate, they can also donate at tennesseevoices.org/donate. We thank you for joining us tonight, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Deputy Mayor Haywood. Everyone, this is your opportunity. Dig deep in those pockets. That's what we're here for tonight, to raise money for this awesome organization. And we need your help. We cannot do it alone. Your donations go directly toward providing mental health support services all across the state of Tennessee. Our next guest is a singer-songwriter whose popularity has grown pretty steadily since American Idol Season 9 sent him to Hollywood. His new single, Hard Way to Go, is a must for any fans of this artist. Please welcome Jimmy Charles.
Hi everyone, my name is Jimmy Charles. I'm a country singer here in Nashville, Tennessee. I want to tell you a little bit about my story. I want to tell you about a special project I've just embarked on with a song called Hard Way to Go. I just released with a very powerful video that captures part of my story. When I was very, very young, when I was just born, my father, my biological father, who was very proud of me, however, he had an addiction and he would try to pick me up while he was drinking. it had separated my mother and him, and my mother had to protect me from that. So he wasn't able to see me. Eventually, they had to make a complete separation just because it wasn't safe for me. And thank God I was adopted when I was 2 years old by the man I call my father, and he's in heaven now. But he raised me just like his own. And but I have a brand new baby myself. He's about to be 11 months old, and there's nothing that would ever tear me from him. I mean, absolutely nothing. So that just goes to show how powerful addiction can be. Because like I said, the stories, he was very proud of me and wanted to show me off and things like that. But in telling my story for the first time in my whole life, I've found that there are a lot of people with my same story, and I think that's really huge. Is because a lot of people keep things I kept that to myself. Part of it was out of respect for my father who raised me, and but there was some embarrassment on my end. I was embarrassed to tell people that this is how my dad acted and that I didn't know my father and how they would view me. So if you need help out there, please call 1-800-670-9882. 1-800-670-9882, and we would love for you to make a donation today. TennesseeVoices.org/donation.
Thanks so much, Jimmy. And everybody, definitely stick around because a little later, Jimmy's going to give us an exclusive performance here tonight. Our next guest is the former CEO of United Way of West Tennessee. He's also the third member of his family to serve as mayor of Jackson, Tennessee. So please welcome Mayor Scott Conger.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Conger, Mayor of Jackson, Tennessee. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a profound impact on mental health of people around the world and here in Jackson as well. A Center for Disease Control and Prevention survey found an increase in symptoms of anxiety and depression, substance use, and suicidal thoughts in the past year. For those who are hurting, it's important more now than ever that our families have resources to turn to. The work that Tennessee Voices does to provide mental health support services to all Tennesseans is vital to our city's overall health, economy, education system, and our future. And any donation that you make tonight goes directly toward funding the services that can help someone you know who may be living with mental health issues. If you're in need of assistance, it's not too late. Help is close by. You can contact Tennessee Voices at the hotline at the button on this screen. If you're financially able, I hope you can also donate at TennesseeVoices.org/donate. Thank you to the staff at Tennessee Voices and to the donors tonight for making sure that these important services continue.
Thank you so much, Mayor Conger. And then thank you to everybody who's watching tonight from Jackson, Tennessee. Our next guest tonight has released 7 albums and is also the host of the radio show Songs on the Wire. That's on WXNA. Please welcome Ann McHugh.
Are you lonely tonight? Does the dark take your heart? Yes, you're lonesome tonight. A siren screams know who you are. It's a beautiful thing if you know who you are. Just to know who you are.
Our next guest truly needs no introduction if you're here in Tennessee. Managing the state during a global pandemic has been no easy task, and that's why we are so honored to have Governor Bill Lee, him taking the time to join us tonight. Please welcome Governor Lee.
Hey everybody, Governor Bill Lee here. I'd like to thank the staff and the donors who have generously given their time and their financial support to the important mission of Tennessee Voices. Because of their dedication to this organization, people across our state are receiving the care they need. Tennessee Voices advocates for Tennesseans by helping them receive mental health treatment, counseling for little or no cost. They even have an active hotline to connect those seeking help to available resources. Now, more than ever, providing Tennesseans with this support is vitally important. The work Tennessee Voices does could not be possible without generosity. If you'd like to donate so these critical services can continue to reach our brothers and sisters in Tennessee, you can give at tennesseevoices.org/donate. Any donation, no matter the amount, can help fund a prevention session and critical services for somebody in need.
Thank you so much, Governor Lee. We really appreciate you taking the time with us tonight. All right, the next person you're going to hear from here tonight, somebody we already told you was going to be back. Very special performance. So let's welcome back Alana Royale.
Let's just call this what it is, a losing game. 'Cause I've been too scared to look in your eyes and give it a name. Maybe there's something wrong. Maybe I wait too long. Then it's so long, so long, so long. So tell me if you think that the love is gone. 'Cause I can't do this on my own. Don't you wanna fall in love again? Don't you wanna fall in love again? Again, yeah. Ooh, oh, yeah.
Our next guest grew up on the traditions that made her an award-winning journalist. Fairness, family, gratitude, compassion. Now please welcome Fox 13 Memphis anchor, Merle Purvis.
Good evening. Thank you for joining in the Tennessee Voices virtual gala. Too often, I think we have all been kind of guilty of not seeing mental health as part of our overall health. Look, I come from a place as an African American growing up in the South where a strong mind was all that was acceptable. Not crying, no complaining about harsh living conditions or anything else. There was a saying when I was growing up. It went something like, she dropped her basket. It was referring to a mental breakdown, mental illness. Right now I'm reading a book by Malcolm Gladwell. It's called Blink. And there's a section about reading body language and facial expressions. And it says that children, those from abusive homes, score very high, off the chart, at being able to recognize the meaning behind the slightest expressions on the human face. It struck me that they have had so much exposure to abusive adults that they see a face and instantly know when to be quiet, when not to ask for water or food, when to stay in a corner out of sight. What can we do about that? We can be ready. We can have a place ready for those babies to unpack their mental burdens, a place to get help if they need it, a place like Tennessee Voices. And today I am honored to be with you after receiving the Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth Media Award. This honor is one I cherish. I believe it is our job in the media to project a positive image for our children, to let them know there are people out there fighting to make this world a better place and working hard every day trying to help the people in our communities. With that being said, there's a number at the bottom of your screen. Use it, please, if you or someone you know is in need of help with mental health. They can help you, and you don't have to have a lot of money. In fact, you may qualify for free services from Tennessee Voices. And to help make sure there is always a place available for those in need, go to TennesseeVoices.org and donate whatever you can. Click Donate. It's right there on the front of the page at the top. Together, we can make normal the idea that anyone can need help with their mental health. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Merle. And tonight, we're going to hear from another Tennessee Voices team member here. Please welcome Fred Douglas.
Hey, my name is Fred Douglas, house manager at Shelby Manor, ILS for Adult Services. And I do what I do because I myself have dealt with aspects of mental health, illness in my family, and my own personal life journey. And I've heard some of my coworkers say we might not immediately reap or see the fruits of our work. But that's the beautiful part, because I myself am a recipient of the plants and the endeavors and work others have done for me, whether it's my support group or my coworkers or their own achievements in my own life. And I love what I do. I've been on both sides of the fence, so it helped me to empathize and understand what others are going through. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Fred, for sharing. Now, you all heard from our next musical guest a little earlier on in the night when she shared about her own mental health journey. She says she's now made it her mission to be a beacon of positivity and a light in a sometimes very dark world. Please welcome back Adara.
Can't breathe, I'm losing all of my air. I think I don't fit into this atmosphere. It's just not fair. They take beauty and make it feel strange. Empty vessels with only a name. Oh, what a shame, strangers. We're out of place. It makes my heart break. I know you feel the same. I'm just an alien. My heart beats signals, a lonely satellite. They try to cut me open underneath the lights. I really don't belong here. Do you know what it's like? I'm just an alien. Fire, they think it's burning me down. It's just fuel as I'm leaving the ground. Oh, do you feel the sound, strangers? You feel the quake. it makes their world shake. 'Cause we won't obey. I'm just an alien. My heart beats the signals, a lonely satellite. They try to cut me open underneath the lights. I really don't belong here. Do you know what it's like? I'm just an alien.
Joining us to talk about the important work that Tennessee Voices has done during the pandemic, please welcome back the CEO, Ricky Harris.
The pandemic has wreaked havoc on the mental health of people all over the globe. With increases in crisis calls, alcohol sales, and suicide, we know that fear and isolation is difficult for so many of us. In response, Tennessee Voices focused on reaching out to communities across the state and even into our neighboring states by launching an outreach plan. We provided information to people about how to cope with the pandemic and the resources available to them. We also wanted to ensure people knew that if they did not have insurance coverage, they could call us. We hosted multiple online expert panels addressing various age groups and the issues that they were facing because of the pandemic. Altogether, this effort resulted in 32 appearances in 6 months on local news media outlets, an effort to help communities across the state. The trauma from this pandemic will be something we will have to heal from for many years ahead of us. We know that there's hope, and that's why we do what we do.
Thanks so much, Ricky, for all the work that you and the whole organization are doing. You know, part of that outreach, like you said, has included partnering with news organizations throughout the state in an effort to reach as many people as possible who are dealing with mental health issues. So our next presenter is a years-long mental health advocate who has facilitated over 2,000 broadcast media interviews and served over a decade in the television industry. Please welcome my fellow Emmy Award winner, Brian Sullivan.
Thank you, Lauren, and thank you to all of you who are watching from home for joining us tonight. The Tennessee Voices Media Award is given to only one media outlet in Tennessee annually in appreciation of their commitment and dedication to highlighting mental health in Tennessee media. As a former employee of this year's recipient, I learned values and principles that have guided me still to this day: integrity, transparency, service, and responsible reporting. Through this station's broadcast, they have done an outstanding job of keeping the public informed on mental health issues during the COVID-19 crisis and even before. Based out of Memphis, Tennessee, WHPQ Fox 13 News serves viewers across Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas. Whether it's investigating important issues, taking viewers live to major breaking news, or giving warnings from experts about the mental health crisis, Fox 13 has put its neighbors first, with its news talent taking active roles in their community to help those in need. Tennessee Voices is so very grateful to all of our media partners throughout the state, and we could not provide vital mental health services to Tennesseans without them. It is with great admiration and gratitude that we bestow the 2020 Tennessee Voices Media Award to Fox 13.
On behalf of everyone here at Fox 13 News, we are honored to receive the Tennessee Voices Media Award. As a news organization, we take our responsibility to the public very seriously. Keeping people informed is our top priority. The work that we do every single day, from supporting our communities to making sure our viewers have the resources that they need to survive, is something I believe Fox 13 does better than anyone else. To be recognized for those efforts is such an honor, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you.
As Michelle said, we're honored you chose our station to receive this award. We believe it's our job to make sure the public is informed. And when COVID-19 devastated so many families in the Mid-South and across the country, we felt a responsibility to help with both our coverage and by providing people the resources they need to get help. I know I speak for everyone in our newsroom when I say this award means so much to us. It lets us know that we're making a difference in the lives of our viewers, and we will continue to provide the information and resources that so many in our area need.
As everybody knows, mental health has been a huge issue this year since the COVID-19 pandemic isolated so many of us. Tennessee and federal lawmakers sometimes disagree on the best ways to aid in the crisis, but most do agree that there is an urgency here in our state of doing something. So here for a special address to the public on the importance of mental health, I want to welcome United States Senator Marsha Blackburn.
Hi there, I'm U.S. Senator Marsha Blackburn, and I'm so pleased to join Tennessee Voices and other organizations that are working on the mental health and safety of Tennesseans. Thank you for the efforts that you are making. The pandemic has really changed how each and every one of us is living our daily lives, and it has brought about some stresses on individuals that suffer with mental health complications. I've been working with President Trump and my colleagues in the Senate to put needed care within reach. Through the CARES Act, we removed barriers to telehealth services, including mental health therapy for Medicare beneficiaries. We're also working to create an easy-to-remember national suicide hotline to help those in crisis. And it is my hope that legislation to support this crucial service will soon be a reality. Additionally, as a member of the Senate Armed Services and Veterans Affairs Committee, I'm working to ensure mental health care is accessible to our men and women in uniform and to our veterans community. We are forever indebted to our veterans for their efforts, and it is imperative that they have access to the care and support that they need. As you can see, we've been working to bridge the gap between Tennesseans and treatment. We know that there is more to do, so thank you so much for your dedication, for your commitment, and for the work that you're doing every single day to support Tennesseans in need.
So you all heard from our next performer a little earlier tonight when he shared part of his mental health journey. After receiving rave reviews from music industry critics, he has just released the title track to his new EP, Hard Way to Go. Written from the perspective of a person struggling with addiction, the emotionally reflective, revealing song spotlights the ongoing internal battle between the Bible and the devil. Please welcome back for an exclusive performance, Jimmy Charles.
Mama taught me about the Bible, Daddy taught me about the bottle, and I learned a thing or two alone. Lies made me struggle, truth made me humble. Fighting feels like grinding on stone. Unless you live like Jesus. Some sins are hard to forgive, 'cause there are straight roads and winding roads and ways to get lost. There are wrong turns that have their prices, and you never know the cost. When the devil's always pulling at your soul. The right way is the hard way to go. Really searching for peace. Haven't had a drink in 2 weeks, but I quit for 2 weeks before. I found a church to keep me straight, and I've been known to miss it some days, but that's between me and the Lord. I step forward, I fall back. Mama said you can't get anywhere like that, 'cause there are straight roads and winding roads and ways to get lost. There are wrong turns that have their prices, and you never know the
Our next guest is the founder of Tennessee Voices and former Second Lady of the United States of America. She is an author, advocate, and photographer through her many years of public service as an advisor on the highest policy levels. Also as a hands-on service provider, she shared her warmth and her charm and infectious energy with communities and organizations all over the world. Please join me in welcoming Second Lady Tipper Gore.
Good evening. I am Tipper Gore. The Tipper Gore Legacy Award was established to recognize members of our community who have stood up for the mental health of our children and who have advanced the field of children's mental health in a substantial way. 2020 has been one of the most challenging years in recent memory. Our children have borne some of the greatest burdens of loss and uncertainty, disrupted routines in school and with family and friends. The work of Tennessee Voices for Children, strengthening the mental health support available to children and families today, and transforming the mental health system to create a better tomorrow, is needed now more than ever. The COVID-19 pandemic has touched us all. We have lost too many wonderful friends, family members, and extraordinary leaders, such as this year's honoree, Andrea Chase. Andrea served as the clinical director and executive team member of the Carey Counseling Center. She would have celebrated 20 years at Carey this October. Andrea began her career as a mobile crisis responder and a children and youth intensive in-home services specialist. She went on to serve as a children and youth CTT therapist, a school-based therapist, and a drug court therapist before becoming an administrator. She dedicated her life to our children's well-being. Every day, she gave it her all. She was loved and trusted by her colleagues and leaves behind an extraordinary legacy of service. I send my love and appreciation to Andrea's family, friends, and colleagues, and I am honored and humbled that she is receiving this year's award. I would like to thank the team at Carey Counseling Center for accepting the award on Andrea's behalf. May her life be a blessing to you and continue to be an inspiration to us all.
On behalf of Carey Counseling Center, we humbly accept the Tennessee Voices 2020 Tipper Gore Legacy Award in honor of our late clinical director, Andrea Chase. Ms. Chase dedicated her life's work to advocacy in the mental health field, seeking to foster hope and resilience to the clients served in the Community Mental Health Center, especially for our children. To our clients, we want to say thank you sincerely for your trust in us. For our staff, thank you so much for your unwavering dedication and hard work. And for our community partners, we feel your support. Ms. Chase would be proud to know the foundation she laid will hold strong for generations to come. Again, thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Sarah. It's worth noting we're getting to the end of our broadcast tonight, and we have to keep those donations rolling in. We need your help. The silent auction is not yet closed, but it's getting close. So keep those bids going up, because that's what we're here for tonight, to raise money for this awesome organization. You can also donate money by going to our website. Pretty simple there. And you can also text your donation. So here's what you would text: the words GREEN4TN, number 4, GREEN4TN, to 44321. And we also have people standing by to help anyone in need of mental health support services.
I'm Michelle Thomas, and I'm the Chief Development Officer for Tennessee Voices. The reason why it's very important to me, I suffered from depression, and I suffered from PTSD at one point. And then I'm a foster mom of 4 teenage girls, and I have a daughter of my own, and I deal with it on a daily basis, what these teens go through, from depression to sexual assault to suicide to cutting, all those kind of things. And Tennessee Voices truly cares about the quality of care that their clients are receiving. One of the unique things about Tennessee Voices is that we have lived experience. A lot of our staff members are lived experiences. Either they've dealt with it themselves, mental health themselves, or they have children that they are taking care of that has mental health issues. And I think that's one of the things that makes Tennessee Voices so unique and so wonderful. And that's why I encourage people to get involved with Tennessee Voices, whether it's donating, being a volunteer, spreading the word about our organization or what have you. But I just want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of the show.
When I get up in the morning and I think like I'm gonna go to work, I know without a doubt that what Tennessee Voices does is truly because they care about everyone, their employees, from the top all the way to the bottom, to the one person that I've talked to them directly and been like, look, there's this one client, one particular case. This is the need. I don't know what to do. They can't access resources. And they're like, it's done. And I know a lot of that comes from contributions that aren't grant funded. So I really thank the support that comes from people who give because they can use that to help those people who desperately need it because they truly care. Everyone at Tennessee Voices truly cares.
Our next guest is an 8-time Grammy nominee and 5-time Dove Award winner for Female Vocalist of the Year. She's become an icon in Christian and gospel music. And in addition to garnering more than 500 million streams and multiple #1 albums and singles on the Billboard charts, she's also a respected author and philanthropist as well. Here to perform her hit song, Clean, please welcome Natalie Grant.
I see shattered, you see whole. I see broken, but you see beautiful. And you're helping me to believe. You're restoring me piece by piece. There's nothing too dirty that you can't make worthy. You wash me in mercy. I am clean. There's nothing too dirty that you can't make worthy. You wash me in mercy. I am clean. What was dead now lives again. My heart's beating, it's beating inside of my chest. 'Cause I'm coming alive with joy and destiny. Whoa, 'cause you're restoring me piece by piece. Oh, there's nothing too dirty that you can't make worthy. You wash me in mercy. I am clean. Oh, there's nothing too dirty that you can't make worthy. You wash me in mercy. I am clean.
Natalie, thank you so much for such a beautiful performance. Well, everybody, that does it for us here tonight. Our night is coming to an end, but there is one more thing we got to get to before we go. Tennessee Voices CEO Ricky Harris made a promise at the beginning of this broadcast, and if it's one thing Tennessee Voices does, it keeps its promises. So I'm being told by one of our producers here tonight that we did, in fact, raise enough money needed for Ricky to jump into the pool looking all beautiful with her hair done and all, but she's doing it anyway. Ricky, are you ready?
Thank you all so much for your support and your donations. We couldn't have done it without you. I love you guys. I can't believe I'm doing this.